but I tried to go live a second ago, but it did not work. Had an issue with it, so I'm trying to figure this out still, but it's working now. So wait for a few more people to join. But today we are going to be taking flowers out of silica gel, and then we just had 2 bouquets arrive as well right before I did this live. So we'll dry the flowers in silica gel like this, and then we'll take these out. So you guys will be able to see how they look out of the drying process, as well as how all that happens. Hello. Thank you for watching. Okay. Those are heavy. So we have these 2 boxes that came in today. We had a lot more before this, but those are already dried. So I'm going to go through and process these and see what they look like. This one is from New York, and it's from a girl named Hannah. So Hannah from New York, if you're watching this is your flowers. Okay. This is looks like a white and purple bouquet. Okay, box 1 of 2, so it looks like she has both resin and pressed. She selected both. And I think this is her box as well, because she said she sent 2 boxes. So this is her really pretty bouquet. It's a little crumbly, but it's still really pretty. We have someone else on our live. Hi. Thank you for watching. I'm trying to figure out YouTube lives and just what you guys want to see. We are a flower preservation studio based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And yes, this is, yep. Hi everyone, welcome. I preserve flowers out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we serve nationwide. This is a bouquet that we just got in. Hi everyone. I'm going to be drying these flowers using a sand-like texture called silica gel today. So I'll show you how that works. And these are the beautiful flowers that we just got in from New York. Hello. Hello everyone. I'm doing good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Blue U, let's see, Suni, Sandeep, Sunil. Hi everyone. Ask me any questions and I'll go ahead and process these flowers. Again, this girl, her name is Hannah from New York. So I'm going to be processing Hannah's bouquet here. So we're going to toss this to the side and have this box here. See what she has. This is also Hannah. So we'll see what else she has. Yes, what countries or states are you guys from? Where are you guys from? And also, yeah, there's a lot going on in the world. Someone mentioned about Charlie Kirk. It makes me very sad. We've all been kind of depressed lately. So, hey John, hello.
So I'm trying to get a hold of your FedEx representative.
Okay.
Because we got some problems.
Oh yeah?
And they're saying, they say they delivered some parts to us and somebody supposedly signed for it, but he's having a heck of a time getting a hold of anybody and getting
Nathan?
some questions.
Yeah.
So
We can get
your
you their
husband
number.
said, hey, we have a representative.
Yes, we do. I can give it to you now, actually.
Give it to
Or Nathan. Yeah, I can write it down for you. Tori, could you write down Leah's number? Thank you. Thank you. Are we scary?
She might.
Oh,
Are we scary to you, Nathan? Don't tell them we don't buy. Sometimes we do. So.
Just bring a little snacks with you so you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Tori's getting you his number. We've been having some issues with FedEx as well. Leo, his name's Leo, and he's really, really sweet. He'll probably help you out. So that's weird. We don't sign for anything unless we know.
And he's tried a couple times, and they keep denying it, saying, "Oh, it was dropped off. It was signed for."
Yeah, that's really
Can
strange.
you show us this paperwork?
Yeah.
But trying to get a hold of anybody over there is like.
I mean, if we signed for something, we would have brought it over to you guys.
And it would be here.
Yeah.
First off, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah. Oh.
So it'd be sitting right there by the door.
So we would not have lifted
I know.
it. That's
Come
funny.
on, let's be real.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, we've been having
It's just
a lot
because I
of,
love you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I get you. I got it. We have a lot of clients that overnight their flowers, and some of them have been getting stuck, even though they use our overnight shipping label that they pay a lot for. So it's been kind of like an issue.
I heard you've had some damages, and trying to get your money back from them has been crazy and all that stuff too.
Yeah,
So,
they're pretty helpful over time, but at first it can be a pain. Thankfully, it hasn't happened to many flowers. So like these came in overnight and they look really pretty. So.
except for the falling apart.
Yeah, except for a few.
No water in the box,
A
huh?
few petals, yeah, nothing too bad.
All right. Well, I'm glad I got to see you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Did Paul ever say thank you for the flowers that you guys did?
Oh yes.
Those look great.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys like them. They're yeah. Michael Ann said that she loved them too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good job.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Gio. Peace out.
All right, see you guys.
Thank you very much.
Yes, anytime. Thank you. So, just so you guys know, my husband has a construction company next door. So that's that's what was going on. We were laughing about that little unexpected visitor. His name's John. He's great, but. I am not from New York. I'm from Chattanooga. We do flower preservation here in Chattanooga, but we serve nationwide. Thank you, Brooke. I have a lot of like chronic, or I have gastroparesis, which is a chronic illness. So I'm very big on health and wellness. And my his family's from Norway, and they're very healthy. So I'm all about making America healthy again. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna get going on drawing this bouquet here. This is the other one from New York. So you can see, and I was talking with John just now that we when I was talking to John, I was saying how we had a delay with some of our shipments to our studio, and thankfully these did not have a delay, but there are still, like, it is a little bit bruised here, which is pretty normal, and we also have color correction techniques that can color the flowers back to normal, so these should be good. Okay, so this appears to be her bridal bouquet from her notes. So, and then this one, it looks like it may be a bridesmaid's bouquet. And I always check the box like really thoroughly, just in case there's not any pendants or important things in there. And I do not see anything at all, so. I'm gonna throw the box away. Okay, next up, I'm going to take photos of this bouquet and send it to the client. bridal bouquet. Taking a picture of their paperwork here. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and see what they ordered so I can get the press department to send, or for me to send over the flowers to the press department because they need those flowers pretty quickly. Okay. Okay, so it looks like they have a 6x6 pressed piece, glass on glass. So they got one of their art collection. So it's resin and pressed. So they got a 6x6 ring holder, a background color, and a jewelry dish. So she didn't really say about what she wanted in the bridal bouquet versus not, but everything else is add-ons for the resin department, so I'm gonna make sure and give the press department the best looking flowers for that. So yes. Alright, so like this one doesn't have as much browning on it. And then this hydrangea is pretty cute. It's really cute hydrangea. This greenery is so interesting. It's like, almost looks like a tiny little like lily pad. So for those of you who just joined, I preserve flowers, and I'm about to dry this beautiful bouquet in silica gel, but I'm just trimming off what the press department will need for their press piece, because we dry the flowers differently for pressed and resin. Resin we use silica gel, and pressed we use different types of presses to make sure they press completely dry and preserve the color very well. Color is very important to us because it's very important to you guys. So that's what we're doing. It's a great question. It takes about 2 to 3 months to dry it in resin, and for press, I would say about the same time, maybe like a little bit sooner than that. But then for the whole process, it can take up to 9 months, really, depending on the season and all of that. So this seems like a good amount of flowers for the press department. That's pretty cute. So I'm going to, alright. I'm gonna go bring this to the press department real quick. Bless you. Thank you. And then I'll dry the rest. Now she does have some color in the second bouquet, so I'm kind of thinking maybe we should include a little bit of color in the pressed piece, just in case she does want that. So, this is what you call Tweedia. So a lot of people, I think, call it like milk thistle or milk flower because of this reason. So I just cut that. I'll cut it again so you can see. But you can kind of see I just cut it, and there's like this milky like consistency that comes out, and it's very sticky. It's like glue, which is very interesting. But this is called Tweedia. really nice light blue color. See, I just got to include some of this because this is like the most beautiful part. It's so pretty with that color. Again, she didn't specify whether or not she wanted the color in her press piece, but I'm going to send some over just in case she does want it. Here's that. So crazy. It's so sticky. I don't like getting on my hands. Actually, I'm gonna save that piece for you. Okay, and I will go take this to the press department. And you guys can go with me. Okay. And I'll give them one of the client notes here. So we'll go on a little quick tour. It's sap. Okay, Brooke. Thank you for letting me know. I was wondering. That would make sense because it is like the consistency of sap. So we'll walk through here and give the press department these flowers. Hello.
Hey.
Here's flowers for you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I'm sure you saw, but I have them here.
Okay.
So
Is this
we have
for a 6x6?
Yes, it's for
Okay.
6x6. They
Very
had a
cute.
collection, and I have their client note here. So
Okay.
I'll
Thank
keep
you.
these here for you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so
Ooh,
much.
what are
I
you
know
doing?
this is so pretty.
So you got one. This is kind of how you process them
Yeah.
for the press department.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep. This is I believe a 16 by 20 piece.
16 by 20. Okay.
Mhm.
So to show you guys what that looks like, these are our different sizes, and this is an 18 by 24. That is an 18 by 24, and then this is a 16 by 20. So this is the most popular size we have. It's the same size as this guy. So, yep. These are all the frames we offer here. So we offer this really beautiful gold frame. I personally love this frame. It's my favorite, but all right, we have some things to get to. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we can get back to drying the rest of that bouquet. I think we have some questions. Two Deanna's in the comments. I love that. So cool. Okay, set you guys back up. If you guys are enjoying this video, it would help me out a lot if you guys could like the video. I'm trying to figure out how to do YouTube video lives. So if you're liking the video, give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe. And that would be awesome. Thank you. Thanks for the like. Mwah. Thank you. Okay, onward. So we have the rest of these flowers. However, they only have add-ons left. So they only have like a ring holder and a ring dish, which I'll show you what that looks like. So this is a ring dish. So this is what this girl ordered with her bouquet. So you can see we only need a little bit to fulfill that ring dish. Thank you. Thank you so much for the subscription. And then we also have ring holders. So she ordered a ring holder too. So just so you guys know, you can put your ring on it like this. Turns out really cute. So thank you for the like. Thank you so much for the like. Thanks, guys. That is so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you, Deanna. I really appreciate that. Trying to figure out this world. So she also got this ring holder. So you can see we just need a little bit of flowers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get a small box, not a big box. And I'm gonna dry the flowers from there. Could you pass me that expo marker remover? And thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm just gonna remove that. And if you guys have any questions about flower preservation, let me know. I don't ever really do classes or courses or anything like that, but I kind of wanted to start out with doing YouTube lives to see if that's an interest that people have, and I would be happy to do that. Yes, we do. We have an Instagram. It's called Blossom and Rhyme. You can look us up on Instagram and on TikTok and Pinterest. So we would love if you would follow us. Thank you. And where is everyone from? I'm really curious because it seems like we have some people from out of the country maybe. So this is the ribbon that the bride sent us. So I'm actually just going to wrap it up, and we try to send back the ribbon with every order just because it's sentimental. So I want to make sure that that gets back to them. All right. So we just have a little bit to preserve here. So I'm going to get some silica gel. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So we use like these big trash bins to store our silica gel. And I am preserving flowers in silica gel. So this is one of the bouquets we got in. She actually sent 2 bouquets, and I am going to put them in silica gel, and then we preserve them in resin, in these different resin blocks. So I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But right now, I'm taking out this. Start out with a little bit of silica gel here, and I'm actually going to put my mask on. It's not too toxic, but I like to be safe. Just like what I said earlier, someone asked about my hat, and I'm big on health. So, okay. So now we have a layer of silica gel, and it's like this sand-like consistency here. And I put a layer of it at the bottom. This is the stuff that you have the packets in your shoes that say do not eat. That is silica gel, and it soaks up any moisture in the silica gel. You're in Utah, Brooke. Okay, awesome. I've been to Utah, I think, once before. It was very beautiful. We went around Christmas time. Oh my gosh, it was stunning. So Brooke's from Utah. Where is everyone else from? Madeline's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I would love to know where everyone's from. And if you guys could like the video, it would be awesome to help me out. I'm trying to grow this account. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is actually preserve a few full roses just in case the client ends up wanting to upgrade to a larger block, because I hate throwing a lot of flowers away. Okay, so we have some of this beautiful hydrangea here. I'm trying to pick out the things that look the best. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for commenting. Okay, so we have some hydrangea here. I'm gonna include that. sometimes the roses that are deep inside the bouquet look better than the ones on the outside that have been kind of knocked around. Since this was her bridal bouquet, I'm going to try to preserve as much as I can out of that because I know that that's what holds the most sentimental value for her. My favorite flower is definitely a dahlia. I love dahlias. I think they have a lot of layers to them and texture, and I also love straw flowers for that same reason. I think they're beautiful. What is everyone's favorite flower? I would love to know. Oh, lavender. I love lavender. It smells so like peaceful and relaxing. Okay, so again, these little pieces of greenery are going to go great in add-ons. So I'll include that too. And I just kind of like gently layer the silica gel on top of the flowers, just because you don't want to crush them at all. So I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. Alright. Also going to add, of course, some of this beautiful purple delphinium. And all of these little guys here, which I actually don't know the name of. If anyone knows the name of this, let me know. But it's going to look great in like a ring dish and a ring holder because it is so small. White roses are beautiful. We get a lot of white roses. This greenery is so unique. It has different layers of color in it, which is pretty cool. I'm going to include that. Oh, speaking of lavender, this bouquet actually does have lavender in it. A few twigs. Yep, it is lavender. It does smell like lavender. You can see it lost some of the color, but it is really pretty. And again, if you guys are liking this video, if you're liking this process, definitely subscribe and like this video. That would help me out a lot. And then there's one more little piece of lavender. Maybe we'll find a third piece in here. I don't know. Ah, so many little puddles. Ew, 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 ew. This is so gross. This is the gross part of flower preserve. It's so bad. Sometimes this happens. And it's because when you ship them, or when you drop them off, really, sometimes the flowers can mold and rot. And you can kind of see that's super like slimy looking. But I will be cutting that out and not using that at all. Oh, I found some more lavender. Here's some more lavender. Yep. Very moldy, very gross. We've seen much worse though, trust me. This is actually, I mean, you can see the rest of the bouquet is beautiful. It's really not bad. It's just in the middle of it. So some of that greenery. Oh, here's the Tweety I set aside. I'm gonna make sure to preserve some of this for add-ons because that is gonna look beautiful. Here's some more lavender. Alright. After I preserve some of that Tweety, I think we're good for this bouquet. And then I can start taking these out of Silica. So I have a total of 13 employees right now. And then sometimes I have summer internships too that come in. I was really nervous about having employees at first, but I realized how much it really helps me to get through the orders. We have a pretty big backlog, so it's really essential that I do have employees unless I really scaled back. Thank you, Mark. Have a good day. Thank you. Okay. Now for the last thing, I'm going to preserve some of this Tweety. I'm going to see if we can use any of her leftover flowers for stock. We do keep a stock of flowers here at the studio. If we can't use them or if we don't need that much, then we will either toss them if they're moldy, which a lot of those were, or if I can find some ones that look good, then we may save them. But I dried more than enough for what she needed. So I'm going to put this aside and do her paperwork in a little bit. So I'm going to take a Expo marker and I'm going to write her name on the outside of this box so my team knows who it's for. So this is and then I'm also going to put her order number and I'm going to put the date. So, And then today's date is 9/17/25. And I did take pictures, and I'll email her later what they looked like. And I'm gonna roll up her ribbon and put it in her box here. And then I'm gonna start taking these flowers out of silica gel. So thank you for the like. Share this with people that you know that might be getting married and might be interested in what the process looks like, because we do get all the time people asking how we do this. So now is the time, today's the day. You get to see the behind the scenes. It's just really cool to kind of see what all goes on. Bye, Tori. Hope it goes well. Okay. Set that aside here. So what I'm gonna do is so the silica gel starts out like a white color. And then over time, after using it, it does kind of turn like a brownish. And the reason being is that we reuse it over and over again using those ovens right there. And over time, like some flower petals and crumbs can get really dry and crumble and mix with the silica gel. And it does not affect the drying process at all. Like sometimes you just have you can kind of see like little specks like that in the silica gel. So it doesn't affect the process, doesn't affect the flowers. It just can look kind of funky sometimes. So, yep. So one thing that we figured out to do was to use strainers, like what you use for like different things at home. And I'll show you what that looks like. So this is the strainer we use. You can like break them down like this for storage, which is nice. And then you can pop them back open, and then you can stretch them out like this. And I'm actually gonna move you guys this way so you can see better. So this is Sarah's wedding bouquet that I'm about to take out of silica gel, and you'll be able to see what they look like, and these are 100% dried flowers. So the client said the roses are starting to wilt, discolor a bit, so I wouldn't be upset if those are thrown out. If they stay in good condition by the time it reaches you. I'd love to include the hanging amaranthus, green hydrangea. Ooh, these will be pretty. Lysianthus, it's always hard to pronounce, stock, and peonies. A few of the roses are still a true white, but others can be tossed. These are about to be really pretty, so let's see what we're working with here. Let me do this so you can see. Okay, so alright, those are Sarah's bouquet. So I'm just going to kind of let the silica gel fall naturally and then use my hand to make sure that the flowers aren't getting crushed in the process. And I'm going very slow. If things start to fall too fast, then I'll stop. But it looks like this is going very well, so no the flowers have dropped yet. Okay. Okay, so we'll stop there. So we're gonna strain this out and get any big flower crumbs in here. They'll be caught by the strainer. So I'm actually gonna take some of these out. So this is the hydrangea that we have here. Very beautiful. It turned out really pretty. These are 100% dried flowers. And here's the amaranthus she was talking about. This is amaranthus. Some more amaranthus. Hydrangea. Oh, this one is so cute. It's a very bright green color with the leaf there. So cute. Brooke, were you on my last live? I feel like I remember meeting you on my last live. If so, thank you for joining again. That means a lot. Okay, so this is, I believe, delphinium. I always get delphinium and stock mixed up. Oh, you were? Oh, thank you. Are you interested in flower preservation? Remind me, are you a bride, or are you doing this, trying to figure out how to do this yourself, or just watching for fun? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, if I should offer courses or classes, and I figured this may be a good place to start. So nice. Awesome. It is a very unique process. It's very interesting to watch. So, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. This looks like the peonies that she was talking about. So we'll see how they dry. This is how they dried. Very nice. There is some browning on the back here and a few loose petals. Totally normal though. Some silica gel still. Looks like we have another peony. And that's what this looks like here. Again, you do have some browning on the petals, but that's why we offer color correction, is to help with that. We have some Lysianthus here. Okay, so this rose definitely took a hit in the mail a little bit. The feeling of it is good. It's very like firm, so that's always a good thing. It'll probably hold up well in color correction, but you can see the difference. Hello, thank you. Welcome to our live. You can see the difference. This one definitely browned more in the mail, and this one, the color held up a little bit better. So, and these are dried flowers. You can kind of hear the crunchiness. I don't want to crunch them too hard to mess it up, but this one turned out good. It's like pretty good. Wasn't perfect, but we have some more Lysianthus here. From India. Thank you for watching. That's awesome. I am working on taking flowers out of silica gel, and I preserve wedding bouquets and memorial flowers in resin and in pressed frames. So this is an example of what they look like in resin. It's very dusty right now, but this is what it looks like when they're preserved in resin. This is our hexagon size. But they have to be completely dried before we preserve them in resin. The resin is poured in layers, so you can see all the different layers kind of on the side here. And it takes sometimes weeks to just do the layering part. The whole process itself takes up to 9 months. So, and then we have little things like ring holders, things like that. And then for boutonnieres. So yeah, that's what we do. We have all sorts of sizes. These are a bunch of products about to be shipped out. But for right now, I'm having to take flowers out of silica gel because we have a lot to be taken out. So some of our finished products. Okay. I would love to do that as well. Give me 1 second. Let me take the rest of this out. And I'll show you guys some finished products. So I'm just gonna pour the rest of the silica gel. There's no more large flowers in it. So I'm gonna pour that into here and let it strain. You have a design for me? Nice. Oh wow, I like how the pink flowers are like you can chill out. That's really pretty. Yeah, that's gorgeous. It's on. So I'm just kind of sifting through the silica gel now. From the UK. Hey, hi Gary from the UK. Thanks for joining. Let me know if you have any questions. I preserve flowers in resin and pressed frames. And right now I'm taking flowers out of silica gel, which is like the sand texture. And they dried beautifully. These are all of them. So I love Blossom Run. Hi, doing good. How are you? I'm actually in a meeting right now, so I'll have to do that right now. But I appreciate you calling. If you want to send us an email about anything, that would be great. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now that that's sorted through, I'm going to take some of that silica gel, put it back in the box, and then layer the flowers back in. And I'll do that in a second, but I'll show you guys some finished products. You are my meeting. Yes. You guys are my meeting. It was like an advertisement, like salesperson, so I was like, not right now. That's actually hilarious. Okay, so here's some finished products we have. We're testing a new resin right now, actually. So we have a cup of coffee on here. We're testing it out, see how it does with that kind of thing. And let's see, what do we have here? Oh, these are gorgeous. So these are bookends with a black background. Really love how these turned out. Super pretty. We have the frosted edges on the side. This is one of my favorite products right now in the shelves. I typically don't love ring dishes personally because we can't fit a whole lot but production was able to fit quite a few butterfly ranunculus in here, which are also my favorite flowers. So this turned out really good. This is for Molly, I believe. So that turned out really pretty. And then this is her main block that was made. It's a 13 by 9 size. So I love this. This one is honestly probably one of my favorites we've ever done. So I love all the colors. It does have color correction, which is nice. Let's see what else. This client had a really big order. This was her large arch here, which I love. And then she got 4 ornaments. So here's one of them. Let's see. So very cute. And we'll put ribbon through it for the client. This goes in here. And then, let's see, we have some more bookends. This one looks very fall-like, which is cool. This one is natural, so it does not have any paint or anything like that on it. Very pretty. You can see the transparent spotting, but I actually kind of like that. Makes it look very real and natural. Put that back right here. We have this hexagon here with a black background. I really like background colors for the most part because it does show the flowers so well. You can kind of see a before and after. So this is what your bouquet could look like on the wedding day, and this, if it had blue hydrangea in it, would look very similar to this. You can see how the white flower is preserved, and most likely those flowers had some browning on it, as you can see like on these flowers, and we're able to pretty much cover that up. So that's really nice. That here. And then to show you guys what gold flakes look like. So this is a ring holder, and it does have some of those gold flakes in it. I actually don't love gold flakes myself, except in smaller add-ons. So add-ons like, you know, ring holders, things like that. I think it's very tasteful. But if they're like tons of gold flakes in main pieces, I think it kind of takes away from the flowers personally, unless it's done tastefully. So yeah, that's some finished products we have. We have some orders that are packaged up, ready to go out over here. So I'm gonna finish layering these flowers into the container, and then I'll move on to Laura these flowers. It looks like we're getting more views than what we did last time, which is good. And more likes. We're almost at 10 likes, which is good. Do you remember how many likes we got last time?
I was here for 2 months.
Yeah. So YouTube, not sure. I can't remember.
You said you're almost at 10 months?
We're almost at 10 likes. So that's not bad.
For us not knowing what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. We have no idea what we're doing with YouTube Live. So if you guys ever have any suggestions, or if y'all watch a lot of YouTube Lives, I probably should watch more just so I know like what is typical for that. This time we did do a cover photo, so or like a thumbnail, so that way people can see more of like what we do, like visually. I'm actually gonna layer the hydrangea first because they're not as like sensitive as roses to damage. So I'm gonna take a few of these out, and then I'll scoop these guys up, place them in here gently. If you layer hydrangea, it's not really gonna mess up flowers at all. But if you start to layer roses, that can kind of damage them. So I'm being careful about that. Okay. So that's a good question. So I put a layer of silica gel at the bottom, kind of like whenever you get a new pair of shoes or something, there's a silica gel packet in there. Because these containers, while they are sort of airtight, they're not 100% airtight. So when I put this lid on and close it, there's still opportunity for air to kind of come up and under and in there. And like, for example, we had a flood here at the studio like a few weeks ago. Nothing got damaged. It wasn't even, I mean, I think it was like this much water in the very back, but that makes the humidity go up. And so having that layer of silica gel at the bottom, hey, we got 10 likes. Gallons worth of water. Hi, this is Rachel at Blossom and Rhyme. Hi. Okay. Okay, awesome. Yes, we can. Did you receive an invoice for that? Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. If you want to shoot us an email at shipping@blossomrhyme.com, then we can absolutely update your or upgrade your order and send that over to you. Yes, ma'am. Shipping@blossomrhyme.com. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, if you want to just shoot us an email again, and I'll make sure to look into that. Make sure that gets paid or that gets sent to you. I'm not sure what happened. I'm sorry about that. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. All right, thanks. Bye. Okay, so next up, and I'm going to process this paperwork in a little bit because typically we, email the clients pictures, things like that. I'll do that in a little bit since I don't slow it down here. While you guys are on live, it would be like 10 minutes of me, like, logging things. So the next one we have is Laura, and it looks like she has one bridal bouquet. This is her ribbon, just a little bit of ribbon. And then we have her card here. And let's see, the last order she just got a jewelry brooch actually. For all those flowers, so that's a lot. And what that client was doing was wanting to upgrade the person I was talking to. So you can always book a very small item at first and then upgrade later on. Okay, so I'm gonna just see what she ordered because I'm curious here. Laura. This is her. Okay, so she ordered a small arch, she ordered a necklace, and a ring holder. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. So take you with me. Okay, so this is what our small arch looks like here. So she ordered a small arch, preserved flowers with color correction. That one was not color corrected. And then she ordered a ring holder. See, that one has not been polished. So she ordered a ring holder. This is what that looks like. And then she ordered a necklace, which our necklaces are, we put them in these little bags until we process them, but just a tiny cute little gold dainty necklace. So we'll get back over here and let's see what flowers she has. I'm really interested to see. Okay, so we have our strainer here, and we can literally go like that. Open that up. It is really cute and tiny. I love our small arches. And then I'm just gonna pour the silica gel into the strainer, and it's gonna strain any petals or anything that may come out of there. So we have a few spray roses dropping, but it's not gonna harm anything really. I probably should put my mask on. So our turnaround time is up to 9 to 10 months right now, but sometimes we can get them out sometimes we can get them out around 6 months. It just depends. It's a very long, tedious process, so it just takes a long time when it's done right. If I didn't have a backlog and if we weren't a popular company, it may only take like 4 months, maybe. But anything under 4 months, I mean, it takes, 2 to 3 months alone to dry the flowers. I feel like someone could get it out under 4 months if they really wanted to, but that would be very fast. Yeah. Like if you just have a few orders a month, you could totally get out orders under 4 months, but it really just depends. Okay, these flowers are struggling. I'm gonna turn you guys so you can kind of see, and I'll explain what we do in this situation. So the greenery looks fine. It held up. Greenery always looks really good. Oh, thank you. Hi. Thank you for joining. My aunt and uncle are on the live from Orlando. So this is Deanna. She's my marketing coordinator. She's actually from the Ukraine. She's awesome. She was trying to take it out. Yeah. Oh, wow. We got the whole family joining, and my grandparents from Florida are joining in. Someone shared my video. I wonder who shared my video. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all. I love you. Okay, so I was just saying, the greenery turned out pretty good. And this is Tweedia. That turned out pretty good. We have some eucalyptus. Like I said, greenery always dries pretty well. But then we have this peony here, and it is not doing too well. So there's a lot of petals around here. You can see, I mean, this is literally what the peony turned out looking like. So, but I'm gonna save the petals, and what we typically end up doing is gluing the flower back together ourselves. In this case, she has a small arch and some add-ons. So flowers like this will look beautiful in it, and I don't really think we'll even need the peony unless she emails us and lets us know that she absolutely wants it. But we have some beautiful spray roses here from the client. So like there's plenty to work with. We have plenty to work with. And here's another ranunculus. Some more greenery. It's kind of like digging for fossils, honestly. It's kind of fun. I love it. A tiny, tiny, tiny bit of sweet pea. A little bit of sweet pea. And then we have some eucalyptus. Okay, and I think that's everything. Here's something. Okay, so I'm going to drain the rest of this silica gel here. You can see, I'll kind of point it down so you can see. And then I'm just gonna strain it. And you can either shake it back and forth, or I use my hands sometimes because the flower petals get kind of stuck in the parts that strain it out. So I just kind of turn it like this. And silica gel doesn't harm your skin, it just makes your hands really dry, but we have plenty of lotion for that here. And honestly, I never even use lotion. It doesn't bother me that much. So. Okay, so what's left are all these crumbs. There is one little spray rose that I'll take out here. Everything else, we do have some of these peony petals that I'll probably save just in case. Other than that, some of these peony petals are super crushed, so I don't want to save what can't be used. So I'm going to throw the rest of this away, which is not a whole lot. And then what I'm going to do is take a sip of water. Thirsty. Okay. I'm going to take a scoop of silica gel and put it in the bottom of this container. I usually do about 2 scoops. I even it out, and then what I'm going to do is layer the flowers and the greenery back into the box. The reason why we keep silica gel at the bottom, I said this earlier, but it's just to prevent any moisture from getting to the flowers. So if any comes into like the side of the box or anything like that, it will be protected because the moisture will go to the silica gel and not the flowers. So yeah. Probably could have used a small box for this, honestly, because there's not that many flowers in this order. I'm gonna put the lid on, and then I'm going to process the paperwork in a little bit. Put that aside, put the ribbon ribbons in here, and move on. And this is the last one I'm going to take out for the day. And then I'll end the live and do this paperwork. So this is Alyssa's, and this is from June, so it is ready to be taken out. Bring this trash can back over. Here. And then, alright, so so strange. That person that just called me sent me an email with like a million question marks. The salesperson. I was like so thrown off by that. Look at this.
It's like attention.
Yeah. So weird. Huh. Oh. Okay, so this is a bridal bouquet. Looks like she ordered. Well, it doesn't say, but I can find out. We'll find out. She has ribbon. Oh my gosh, her last name is Wiggle. That's so cute. So I'm looking up to see what she ordered here. So she ordered a 10 by 10 and 2 jewelry dishes. So 10 by 10. Do I have one over here? Yes, I do. So a 10 by 10 is about this size. I'll show you here. Well, I thought I did, but that's a 12 by 12. I think, yeah, here's. So this is the size of the 10 by 10. It's really great for like a medium size preservation, and can't breathe. It's really great for a medium size preservation, and this does have color correction. So. And then a ring dish looks like this. I showed this earlier, but it's like 2 of these. So. Aw, hi Hannah. I love you. I can't wait to preserve your flowers. That's crazy that that's going to happen. I can't even wrap my head around that. You have to do a press piece and a resin piece. I think both would be really cool. And obviously, it will be a gift, so you get to choose whatever you want. Maybe when you're here next, you can choose, like, come to the studio and figure out what you would like. Okay, so, guys, I'm trying to figure out this YouTube live thing, and it's so weird. I'm trying my best. So I'm just putting myself out there, and it'll probably take, like, honestly, a few months to figure it out, but it's okay. You wouldn't believe the comments we get of people that are like, can you preserve my finger in resin? Or like, can you preserve my grandma in resin? Like, excuse me? It's so weird. Okay. I have seen guitars made out of resin, and that's actually pretty cool. It would be really cool to make a guitar just like once to see how that goes. I think I would probably have to use like a big giant mold, and then we have a CNC router and we could just like carve it out probably. Okay. Almost there. Okay, that's good. Oh, yes. Before Biscuit ran away, I actually saved one of his whiskers in my phone case, which is so strange. But, it fell out and I can't find it. But if I had kept it, I actually am one of those crazy people where I would have like put it in like a ring or something. Like, I think that's really cute, especially for like as a memorial piece. Okay. So this delphinium dried really pretty. It held up a lot of color, which is nice. Also, anyone who's watching, do not get the idea that you're going to be sending me like cat hair and cat whiskers though, because I cannot risk that getting in someone's wedding bouquet, so I do not. I know. I cannot risk that getting into someone's wedding bouquet, so I do not accept orders that involve like hair or whiskers or anything like that. But yeah. So I was kind of joking. Okay, so this blue hydrangea turned out really gorgeous. These flowers dried really, really well. Ah. So pretty. These flowers will be perfect for a 10 by 10 size. There's a lot of color. This is a peony. Dried pretty good. Aw, yes. They do remind me of her. And even like the little yellow flowers too. We got a lot of greenery here. Actually, there's a lot more flowers in this one than the last one. So here's a peony too. We have some ranunculus. These are what you call Lysianthus. So these are really cool. They're also, so this is Lysianthus as well. It's just like more of like buds. So much of it. I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna strain the rest of this here. And then we'll call it a day after this one. So I've been on live for like an hour and a half, I think. So I'm just using my hands to strain it because the petals will stop up the parts that strain it. So it looks like it's all good now. Completely drained out. Okay, so I'm gonna dump the rest of it. And then I'm going to take this scooper and add 2 scoops of silica gel to the bottom. I'm going to add in the hydrangea first, as well as the delphinium, because they're more durable and less fragile. So, what is that in there? These peonies are also, not all peonies, but these held up pretty well, so those are pretty sturdy. I'm gonna put those at the bottom too. What you don't want to do is have a bunch of roses and so silica gel, that's a great question. Definitely at Michael's, if you have like a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby, I would probably recommend Amazon over any of that. It's just as cheap usually. And I think for 5 pounds, I can't remember how much it is on Amazon, but I think you can get it for like $18, I think. But I typically use about at least 15 to 20 pounds per bouquet. But you want to look for like the sand, like type texture. You don't want, like they make these little beads, they're like tiny little beads, and that does not, it dries the flowers more like bumpy looking. I put the greenery under the flowers so it doesn't crush it. And then we have the ribbon. Put that in there. And then I'm going to process this paperwork. So, okay, well, thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to try to do this once a week with Deanna's help over there. So, yep. I don't know what day, but we're going to schedule it out so you can sign up, I think, for notifications when I do go live, if you guys are interested to see how the behind the scenes works. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Brooke, hopefully I'll see you on the next live. Thank you for joining again. And yes, please do. That would be hilarious. I love that. Let's do a live together. Maybe Adam can join us too if we somehow got Adam involved. You know he would love that. I love watching his content. He's awesome. He's not afraid to put himself out there. He's totally himself, and I admire that. So that's pretty cool. But yes. Love you guys. Bye.